Sorry about that. Okay, guys. Uh, I apologize. I didn't realize I didn't have my mic on, and I started moving things around, and then happened to think about looking at it. So let's get this going here. Oh, Stig just logged in. Okay, give me just a second. Just trying to finish getting everything set up. Okay, so well, there goes that mouse again. What I've been working on is right here. This is the new portal area, or will be. I don't know how many there's going to be in here, but oh, I'm chopping. That's all right. Things happen. So this is a rather large island. Um, yes, you can sail to it, but it is. Let's see. That direction there is south. That is headed towards Seattle Sanctuary 2. That is the non-new player friendly area. And we'll go take a look at it. Um, West, north, east. So we are obviously at the most southern end of the continent down here. um, if you go further this way, I think it's actually that way, quite a ways. You end up at Outpost 13, and if you go way up that way, you get to um, North Point. So, what I've been working on for, I don't know, the past few hours is getting this area all set up. Yes, like I said, you can sail to it. Unfortunately, now it's dark, but I was trying to get this set up and going before it got dark. But all of the center area is taken care of. Now I just have the crests and this side, and then all of the perimeter is in sand and goes all the way around the island. But these portals are what's going to be the big thing once we get there. Let me, well, actually, we'll continue on with this, but basically, um, like this side might be snow and this side might be lava, and then when you turn this way, it kind of wraps around. So then it would be lava and snow and then lava and so forth. The portals, let's see. Okay. The portals, oops. I have to do this in a rather unique way. So the tiles back here are actually what's going to be activating. You cannot go through, stop that. You cannot go through the walls. And I did that on purpose. So that way you can't just sneak around. You actually kind of have to role play it a little bit. But then when you go in, and this one says Outpost 13, so it's not active just yet, but I'll go through that. Both of these tiles, it doesn't matter which one you hit, both of them will take you to Outpost 13. And then there'll be another one at Outpost 13 that'll bring you back here. So I will have that set up somewhere in this center area. And the reason it's so large is because I'm not sure just how many portals I'm going to end up putting in. So there's going to be, like I said, there's Outpost 13. That one there is for North Point. There'll be one for the PvP arena. And then there'll be a return portal, obviously. I was looking into setting up portals for the secondary server, but I haven't been able to find anything. So if you're watching these videos or tend to watch these videos, or if you catch them in the future, whatever, and the issue still hasn't been fixed, feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you go about setting these up so that you can use them. For one, that would be really nice. Or two, the mission um, ruler method, which is what I'm going to be using um, for this particular server. But I don't know if the mission ruler method works for transferring people to a secondary server. So, um, right now it is set up so you can sail to it, but ultimately it would be nice if I had portal set up so that you can either sail to it or portal to it. So what we're going to do, since I know where we're at here, we're going to make sure that this is um, activated. We're going to take this and we're going to go coordinates, and that's going to give us our coordinates right down here in this window, and we're going to do the same thing on this one so I know exactly which, actually it's going to be in here. I apologize. Okay, so same number there. Second number, the Y position, is one different. That means the X position should be one different here as well. So what we're going to be looking for are these last two. Okay, and I'll go through all this stuff. Hey, Biddy. So those last two, and then we'll need actually let's get these two going first. So we actually don't need these just yet. We need the ones from Outpost 13, but we're going to need a location to be able to come back to. So we're going to go specials. We're going to set our teleport marker to Outpost 13. And we're going to teleport there. Up, up. Okay, so we do have one. No, we don't. This one's garbage back here. So we're going to destroy this one real quick. It's another type of portal, but it doesn't actually work at all. So we're just going to destroy it, get it out of the way. We're going to go up here. And this does involve a little bit of back and forth. So currently, right here is where I've got it set up, but we're not going to do that. We're going to move that, or move it. We're going to move it. There we go. We're going to put it down here on the docks, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, where's a good place for this? Let's just put it out here. Kind of right in the middle, I guess. So we'll go up. That's roughly the middle right there. So that's the target we're looking for. And we're going to go ahead, since we know that's where we're going to want to go. It's that square right there. We're going to make the fence so that we know exactly where we're going to be working. low wall. And hopefully I don't mess up this cow's hoof. It looks like we're okay. And then we're going to put the portal in here. And I happen to have a few in my inventory already. Drop, place, turn it. It doesn't fit perfect. We try to get it somewhat close. That's good enough. So then we put it down, and we need this one and this one. Those are the two that we need in order to start this setup here. No, I apologize. We need these two out here to start it. Okay, so those two there. So it's that one and this one. Okay. And then we're going to go back right here. This is where we were before. And this is what I do pretty regularly. It's not just getting in and playing around like pretty much everybody else does. I play in a different manner. I create stuff, I build stuff, I set things up for people to have fun with. And you know, as a as the server janitor, I'm constantly trying to develop new things, new areas, new stuff for people to be able to do. Mm. Okay, so set teleport marker. We're going to go back to this location here. So we want 3296 and 3865. And then we're just going to teleport. Okay, we're already inside, so we know that that's where we want to be. But these are the numbers down here that we want. Right, yeah, right here. So 4007 with the second number being 3250 and 3249 respectively. Now, technically, yes, it is, Biddy. The new server is up. It's live. Um, I'm still doing some work to it, and I'm still working on mods or whatnot. So kind of play at your own risk, because that'll be the server that I have to probably shut down if I've got to make some changes or whatnot. And then once everything's good and active, then I can shift it over to um, the North server. But technically, it is open for people to play on. All right, so we need the mission ruler. Right click, manage missions, and we're going to create a new mission. We're going to call it just 013 because that's short for Outpost 13. It doesn't matter what you call it. Create new mission. Okay. And we're not going to worry about any of this fail stuff because when I did it before, it like glitched out on me real bad. So now we need a new trigger. 013 trig. And the action performed. Step on. And it is That is not correct. Or is it? No, 65 is the one outside there. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're just going to say go ahead and use the current. And we're going to shift this, and we're going to look for 013 right there. Triggered state 100%. Create trigger. And now we want to update that trigger and edit this one. Good gravy. Ebony wand. Okay, let's do this here. $32.96, $38.65. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, now we need to create a new effect. So we're not looking for reward items or anything like that. All we want is teleporting. And that's why we need these numbers here. So 49 was the left one, 50 was the right one. So this is the left one, that's the right one. Okay, and we want it surface true for sure. No special effects, but if we wanted to, we could easily do heal all wounds, for example, create a wound, you know, send a notification, whatever. But we don't want it to do anything right now. Excuse me. And then mission affected. We go down and find 013 again. $100. Okay, we don't have to worry about this stuff here. We shouldn't have to. But if we wanted to, just to make sure, we can make sure 013 is there. Triggered state, 13 trig. Oh, and we don't have a name for this one just yet. Okay, create effect. Okay. Oh, that is not correct. 4007. Well, that could end up being bad. So 50 and 49. Hang on, let me look at the actual map here and see where that should be. Because I think I might have gotten that wrong. Okay, let's go to Outpost 13. So it's going to be kind of that area there. Yeah, it should be 4007, 3250, and 3249, I believe. Yep. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. So this one should actually be 50 to start with, and 49 should be on the right. Oop. Okay. That all looks good. Update effect. Update the mission. Now we're going to go back in and list the missions. So we don't want to look at everything to make sure that everything's saved right. So that's the trigger. That's the effect. May restart. Update. So it's a good thing we went back in there. Edit again. So we want to make sure that if there is a fail, you get a new chance at it, and you can restart it when you're finished. And by finished, it's basically you've teleported from one place to another, but you want to be able to do it again down the road. Okay, so the trigger ends up being 100%. So that actually completes the mission. That's why we want to be able to restart it. Okay, let's back up. And we're going to go to the effect, make sure that that's correct. Change state, okay. All right, so that one's done. Now, instead of re-going through all of that, it's easier just to clone the mission. We're going to call it -2. Create. And we should be able to, oops, back up. Nope, there's no, so we're going to have to go back through it anyway. That's fine. We'll deal with it. Create new trigger. Okay, so we're going to go, trigger mission is 013.2. Actions performed. It does get faster because you get used to what you got to do. I'm just taking time to explain everything. And this should be over here. So we want to stand on this one. Create trigger. Oops. Okay, so now we can create the trigger. Why is it not? Failed to parse value for second. Oh. We don't want it doing that. Okay. Now we want to update it because it's got a different spot here. Get coordinates. Make sure we're in the right one. 3295, 3865. And this one 3296. So this needs to update. Edit. It's not updating. So what we're going to do is delete the trigger. Create new trigger. Nope, it's not going to. Okay, no problem. Back up. Back up. And we're going to delete this mission. Okay, so we still have. That should not be O2. Edit that mission. That should be 013, or yeah, 013. Update. Should not be -2. Edit. This one should be 013. Oh, I suppose I need to bring my my chat window back up. There we go. So we've got that fixed. We've got that fixed. No trigger effects found. Why is it not? Okay. Effect. So now I gotta go back in here and find the other ones. There it is. $32.50. Okay. Don't need to deactivate anything. We need to switch this to 100%. Create effect. Okay. That's all done. So update that. Now we can update the mission. Why are you not? Oh, there we go. Link effect. Now we're good. Okay. Now we need the mission ruler again for this one. Create a new mission. We go 013-2. Make sure those are checked. New. Okay, new trigger. Go down here to step on. That is the correct number. It's not 3296, it's 3295. So we're good there. We're going to go to -2. Triggered states. 100%. Temp is dropping fast by 3 a.m. Wind chill's supposed to be back around 10 below. That sucks, Biddy. That's too cold. Okay, create the trigger. Oh, we didn't name it. 013-2 trigger create. Okay, now we need to create a new effect. That's down here. We're going to teleport to 4007 and 3280 or 3249. Okay, that's good. That's good. 013-2 effect. We can go down here and we can say mission to activate is 013-2. 013-2 trigger. And we don't have any of that because it's the wrong one, so we don't worry about that one just yet. Create effect. Now we can change this to -2, and we can say change state 100%, update the trigger, update the mission. Now before we actually get everything going, we want to step outside. So we're done there. And I'll just hold a random item. We should be able to trigger this just by going through. It did not. Oh, maybe because I'm invisible. I don't know. Let me fix that. Turn visible. Nope, it's not working. So, get the mission ruler back out. Manage missions. We're going to list linked. Okay, back up. Link to a trigger. We don't have 013-2 in here. It did not update. Okay, edit effect. $49. We're going to change the name on this one. Yeah, says they're not even linked. Okay. So what we got to do is go back. Doesn't matter which one. Edit effect. 49 is true. Actually, let's just back all the way out. We're going to get rid of the duplicates so that we're not confused. Manage missions. List triggers. Okay, we've only got the 2 right there. Okay, that one can actually be deleted. We don't need that one. We're not going to need this one, so it can be deleted. I don't know what these are just yet, so we're going to leave those alone. Okay, back up. We're going to list all effects. That one can be deleted. It's not letting me. Interesting. Okay. Let's try deleting these ones. Nope, it's not going to let me delete those either. That's fine. Close that. Manage missions. List. So these are all the different missions in the game. So we're going to edit this one. We're going to make sure I want to make sure I didn't mess this up here. Okay, 3296 3865. 3296 3865. Okay, so the trigger is correct. Oh, we don't want two. We want one. Link effect. Update trigger. Update mission. Okay, let's do this one. Double check. 3295 3865. Okay, that's correct. 2. Link that. Date. Okay. Well, that is correct. Unknown effect to activate. What effect are you talking about? Oh. Let's try the second one. It's not allowing me. we go. Update the mission. Close that. Now we should be able to walk through, and they should do what they're supposed to do. Well, the one's working. So something's going wrong with the other one. But in essence, that's what's supposed to happen. So if we say specials, set teleport marker, and we're going to go back to where on earth were we at? We'll say 3290 just to put us a few tiles away. And 3865. And we're going to go teleport. Okay. That puts us puts us in here. Yeah, it's saying a no effect to activate. But this is what I do. I play around and I try to figure things out. And if they're not working right, then I go back through and I do it again. And I mean, over and over and over again. So for whatever reason, this side doesn't want to activate. Okay. But if we go over here, this side kicks through. But then I've got to set this one up to be able to do the exact opposite. So what I'm working on is, let's go ahead and teleport again. Since we're already there. For those of you that weren't able to see, this entire island is going to be set up for seasonal stuff, so like apples, oranges, lemons, that sort of thing. The bushes for that's lingonberry right there. There's blueberry and raspberry. Grapes, I think, are in there. And on the other side over here is going to be pretty much the same thing. But I'm trying to give you a bit of a perspective on what everything looks like. So I haven't gotten to the outside just yet. But that's a portal that we're just standing at, or that one or the other. So you can see kind of how big this is. That's the Northlands. Okay. Somewhere off in that direction is Outpost 13, and somewhere off in that direction is North Point. If you go spin around this way, that direction is south. That's headed directly towards the second server, which is Seattle Sanctuary 2. But all of this is going to be set up with like walnut trees, maple trees, you know, just whatever I can find that needs to be put in here specifically for harvest, so that people have an option to be able to come here and be able to harvest. There will be I haven't decided if I'm going to put animals on here yet or not. But part of what I do is I just go around and paint a bunch of stuff, for, you know, lack of better terminology. So I'll go over here to the end, and I'll see right where, come on, right where the bow is. Okay. So this tile here on top. So I can look and see that one's angled down, that one's flat, goes all the way up. Where we go? Goes to here. So it's this one here. We'll go to specials. And we're going to change this one to Let's do lava on a 3 by 3. We're going to lock it in so that it constantly does that. Oops. We want that one. So that whole cap is going to be lava. And then I just go through, paint there, and cover the whole thing so that everything's lava up there. And I'll go over here and do the same thing. And I'm not going to finish it off right now. It's getting kind of late, so I'll deal with that later. But we'll do the same thing. We'll go where's my specials? Right there. Change terrain. And we don't really need to switch that this time because we know exactly where it's at. It's right here. We'll do a 3 by 3. Paint terrain. And if you look, see that one goes down. So we want this one right here for a 3 by 3. Oh. It was trying to pack. So this one will be a white cap on this side. And then this is cliff here, and it'll go back to cliff over here. And then the next step down will be another set of trees. And but that way, as you're walking through, I'll drop down to the ground. Okay, we're on the sand. So during the day, it's a little more impressive, but this is wide enough for several trailers or wagons, carts, whatever, to go through at the same time. But you got trees and some grass and bushes and all that stuff, and it turns into the cliffside, and it's icy over here and lava over here, and it goes back to cliffside on the other side and continues on the same way. We'll turn flight back on to make it a little faster. But it'll have trees and more grass here, and then that's kelp. Don't worry about that. That'll be gone. And then more bushes. And then these lower levels, I might end up having like some tar areas, or who knows. Haven't decided yet. But it is deep enough that any... Look how deep that is. You can't tell me that it's not deep enough for any vessel. I mean, realistically, this is 348 slope. You can't even build on that. Even with maxed out skills, you wouldn't be able to build on that. The only thing you'd be able to do is go down to the bottom here and dump some dirt. That's it. Until it gets to a level where you can actually work with it. But this whole zone is set up for no build. So that means no one can deed it. No one can build on it. It's just going to be used for the portals and harvesting of resources, that sort of thing. The only thing I ask is try not to cut these trees down. I mean, there are plenty of these style trees all over. So if you really need apple trees, I can tell you where to go get apple trees. Or orange trees, lemon trees, that sort of thing. These I'm putting in more with the hopes that people will use them for, well, I mean, to start with, for decoration. They kind of spruce the place up a little bit, so it's not just this dead sand pit. But when it says, hey, you know, maples in season, well, if you don't have any maple trees near, excuse me, if you don't have any maple trees near you, you know of a spot that you can most likely find them. All you have to do is get to a portal. That's it. If you don't know where one's at, ask somebody. Um, these are literally, you just walk through them. You don't touch them. You don't use them. You don't activate them. It's going to be the tiles behind them are going to tell you, or are going to send you where you need to go. And if you hover over them when I get close enough, I mean, I can move at 56K, but it still takes a quick second. So if we get close enough, so this one says North Point, that says Outpost 13. So all you got to do is walk through it, and that's where it's going to take you. The portals are not set up yet, obviously. I mean, I'm still working on that, so don't be irritated at me if you get to this island and figure out that the portals aren't working with the hopes that they were working. And this is just water. So if somebody needs a drink, it is fresh water since it's not connected. And I'll show you since I'm out of water. If I drink, watch down here in the effects window. It won't say anything about it being salty. Oh, I guess I got to bring this down. Oh, water is slightly salty. Weird. Well, it shouldn't have said that, but either way, I mean, you can still fish. So if I had a net or something, I'd be able to catch some fish here. Um, I don't know if you can actually make a campfire or whatnot. I don't think you can, but I mean, that's not really the purpose of this anyway. If you really need a campfire that bad, go to North Point. Jump through the portal. There's, all your cooking stuff's right there. I mean, you really shouldn't have to, you know, you shouldn't need to use this as a fishing spot. Um, but it's there if you need it. Okay, so let's head south, and I'll show you what I got going on down there. So yes, there will be a portal for the arena and all that stuff in here, but I mean, it takes time to build all this stuff, guys. It really does. It's not just a, flip a switch and it's done. I kind of wish it was, but it's not. So, and you got to go a little ways south before you hit the border, and it's going to throw me into the water. And if you're sailing, which you're probably going to be doing, don't be surprised if it throws you into the water. um, Also, don't be surprised if when it does, and you right click to embark as commander again on your boat, because it's going to be right there next to you, or at least it should be, um, if it tells you you need to disembark first. It's just the way it kind of is. So disembark, re-embark as commander. Now you fixed your bug. You're back into the position you should be. This is a quick tour of what's going on with the South server. And no, I haven't named the servers. It's just what they are. The one that North Point is on, it happens to be the North server. The one that Kodiak is on happens to be the South server. Yes, yes, Biddy. I do enjoy setting all this up. It offers a lot of challenge. That It's a different kind of challenge. It's not the same kind of challenge that that the players get. It's very very different. So as you can see, there's a lot more land that is really really close to the water. It's not these massive mountains or whatnot right off the edge. But this is just kind of a sneak preview what what the south map looks like. And I'll swoop in here so you can see. Oh, actually, this is a pretty good one. So just this sand pile, you've got anacondas, you got crocodiles, um, you've got regular scorpions, and then you've got these guys, the hell scorpius. They're going to be a bit tougher. Anacondas are not going to be friendly. The crocodiles are not going to be friendly. There's a few crocodiles um, on the north server, but there's also a bunch of open land where you don't have anything around, but you kind of have to watch out for certain areas. Oh, you're a big guy. And I have seen a couple of the champions. There's cows. What are you? That's an old brown bear. The horse. I have not seen too many unicorns on this server, but almost every sand or every clay from what I've found is going to have anacondas and crocodiles, and sand is going to have scorpions. There's a big old uh, spider right there. I've seen a couple of different kinds of spiders, to be honest. Oh, there's a wildcat. So not a whole lot to be fearful of just yet. There's that brown bear. Oh, there's a troll. And see, I really haven't moved all that far. I'm still pretty close to where we came in at. Here's a clay pit that doesn't have a whole lot, just a couple of crocodiles, so that's kind of nice. Go down through the, what are these, lemon trees? Cherry trees. Oh, there's some wolves. There's another bear. That's a hardened brown bear. And I'm not seeing any just at the moment, but we will give you guys a little bit of a preview on this one. We're going to let this guy actually go, but so there's King Cobras, there's Deathcrawler minions, the Dragon Hatchlings. Let's see, Drake and Eagle Spirits, um, Forest Giants, just to show you what one of those look like. That's a Forest Giant, and you can see he's as tall as trees are. We're gonna let him just wander. Let's see, what else? There's goblins, hell foals, hell horses, hell hounds, hell scorpius, the huge spiders, the Cyclops. That guy's fun. It's basically another giant. Okay, let's see. What else do we got? Um, let's go back down to the caves where we were. Okay. Let's see. Lava fiends, lava spiders, mountain gorillas, mountain lions, which I think the mountain lions are already over on the other server. Um, rabid hyenas. There are the rift creatures, but I don't know that I've got rifts turned on. So if you're watching this and you're wondering, I'm honestly not certain if the rifts are turned on. I don't think they are. Let's see. Skeletons, soul demons, um, the different spirit things, tormentors, the tortoises, wargs, zombies, the wraith. I mean, there all kinds of stuff. Let's pull. Do one more here. Um, yeah, let's do a lava fiend. Why not? There you go. There's a nice close-up look of the lava fiend. There's no way I'm going to be messing with that guy anytime soon. But we're just going to let him wander aimlessly. All right. So let's head this way. Actually, let's just go ahead and since it's getting so late, we're going to go ahead and teleport. Switch this to Kodiak. Poof, we're at Kodiak. So in case anybody's wondering, that's when you're sailing up here, there's a kind of a walled off area. That's all that's in it. It's the deed token and the oil barrel that refills the lamps for this massive marketplace. Well, it's not really that massive. It's actually smaller than the one at North Point. There is the docks over here. We have, there is a portal here, but it's not hooked up to anything. That's why it says not active. So if you see a portal and you hover over it, check to see what the name is. If it says not active, that means it doesn't go anywhere just yet. Okay, we've got our fishmonger. So you can sell fish to Jack. We can go in the front gate here. Oh, the pathway leading all the way to the beach is lit. Okay, it's all nice and lit up going back to the beach. And of course, there's more scorpions. So if we go in here, you have your merchant for. Oh, that's difficult to see. Oh, sorry about that. So the personal merchant contracts, she has 20 of them currently, and each one is 10 silver, or you can buy the whole stack for 2 gold. And then, if in case you don't know how to use these guys, right click the merchant, click on trade. Let's start over. Right click the merchant, go to trade, click on it. It opens this window up. You find the item that you want. Okay, you bring it back down here. It tells you the price. We're going to move this. Can we move this up? Yes, we can. Okay. They have to accept and you have to accept. So in order for you to pay for this, It's going to take it out of your account, I believe. But you need, I think you need to have um, the 10 silver actually on you, but I'm not 100% certain. I have not tried, and since I own the merchant, it's not going to work properly for me anyway. This is a trader. I do not own him. They get set up, and they are effectively their own creature. So this guy's selling steel and flint, small magical chests. Looks like large magical chests as well. Rod of Transmutation, Shaker Orbs, Resurrection Stones, Farwalker Twigs, Sleeping Powders, Fork of Metal Detection for silver. I believe it's for silver. Examine. Silver tuning fork can be used one time to calculate the max quality level and amount of ore left in an ore deposit. So if you've been banging on that iron node for a while and you think it might be running out, these run 1 silver apiece. Buy one up, use it on that ore, that node, and it'll tell you how much is left, I guess. He also has trader contract. Looks like only one of them, and one personal merchant contract. Guys, I did not put this guy together. All I did was start him up. That's it. All of this stuff, I sold the long spear to him and got 0 coin. He's selling it for 2 iron, and it's a quality level 30. So he's not going to be super interested in too many things that are low end. Just letting you know. Um, but he'll buy them for free. So if you bring a bunch of garbage to him, he'll take it off your hands for free, and then he'll mark it up, and somebody else can buy it from him for whatever he marks it up. But this is, hi dude, this is a new feature. We have not had a merchant on this server before, or I'm sorry, a trader. I will be setting one up in North Point, and I'll be setting one up in Outpost 13 as well, so that we've got you know, a random guy that just sells random stuff, um, and you have a chance of getting various different items. But as you can see, there's plenty of merchant stalls available here. And then, like I said, we've got good size area for docks for this server. This doesn't necessarily have to be the only um, merchant area or a dock area or whatever, but if it ends up being that this is the one that everyone uses and we run out of space for boats and whatnot, I will expand the docks and I will make sure that this, accommodates those that want to use it. Um, but ultimately, this deed is done. I'm not going to be doing any other work to it. I'm not going to expand this road out. It's right there is the end of my deed, or the end of the deed for Kodiak. Um, so as soon as you come this way, we're going to walk, we're not going to fly. So right here, this border is the end of Kodiak. Okay? You leave Kodiak. You enter. So if somebody wants to take this and run with it, have at it. If they don't, no worries. But this is just a marker to show, that there is a starting point on this island that you can start at, or on this server. I'm sorry. Um, and this is connected, I believe, to the second island. Yeah, second island. And then over there is another series of islands, and they're somewhat large. But I will leave a link in the description for you to check out the live maps for both servers. Um, and over the course of, well, probably Sunday, would be my best guess. Sunday, I will try to update all of the mods that are now working on server 2, the South server. Um, put them on server 1, which is the North server, to just so that you're aware, there are a couple mods that are in place on the South server that are not in place on the North server because I've been testing them. The South server will be my test server. So if you're coming down here, um, and you're gonna set up deed and all that stuff, I will be communicating with any of the players on the South server to let them know when I'm about to shut it down. But it is going to be, for now, it's going to be my test server, leaving North server up and running as long and as frequent as possible. Um, Sundays will still be my days for doing the massive updates and tests and shutting servers down and all that stuff. But if I don't have to shut down the North server, I'm not going to. If I can get away with doing my testing and all that stuff on the South server, and you have a deed on the South server, then I will work with you on making sure that you're not in the middle of something when I have to shut it down or whatnot. Um, but I would encourage you to have an alt on the North server so that you've got somebody that you can still, or a tune that you can still go play. Um, if you want to experience the South server, but don't want to interrupt your tunes on the North server, and don't really have a way of getting a tune down here, let me know. I will transport you from the North server to the South server. Any alt you need, I can transport you down here so that you don't lose out with. Oh, see, there's some tar right there. There's little tar patches and peat and moss, and I mean, I did a much better job with this one, I think, as far as the layout and all that stuff. Honestly, Biddy, I have no idea if there are flowers. I'm sure there probably are, but I have not seen any just yet. Um, but as I was saying, if you want to keep your main up on the North server and you want to make an alt, and with the South server being specifically what you have in mind as to coming down and checking. Oh, there's a champion right there. Then let me know, and I will transport you or transport that alt to the South server to Kodiak so that you can. There you go, Biddy. Age, slow, huge spider, venerable. Oh, that's not a champion. Interesting. Well, we're gonna have to fix that. Let's see. I don't know if I can actually summon a champion. Oh, yep, right there, champion. Since this area already has huge spiders, we're going to do a champion huge spider. Ooh, there you go. So you got the little guy, you got the aged guy, and you got the champion guy. So again, be careful. South server is not a joke. Um, just so And there's some bison. Oh, there's a hell horse. That's a horse Biddy doesn't have. But yeah, if you want to come and check out the South server with an alt, let me know. I will transport you myself. It's not a big deal. If I'm on, then just give me a holler. I have no problem transporting you over. Now it does mean you'll have to probably be teleported um, to until I get all the teleports actually working. You'll have to be teleported to the teleport island or somewhere thereabouts, and I'll take a boat, have you climb in the boat, and I'll sail you across. Um, Trying to teleport somebody across the zone line is something that's still eluding me right now. I might be able to do it, but I can't guarantee I can do it. And if I do it wrong, you're out in the middle of the ocean where the um, let's just say where the large sharks and stuff tend to hang out. And these guys are irritating me. There's a bunch of they're just gonna end up dying. But these are look at this. They're not even look the dirt is down here. Those are unicorns. They're angry unicorns apparently. That's a mountain lion. Angry unicorn. Old horse. So, but I've seen cows out here, and they're like in seriously deep water. So I don't understand what in the world this is doing. But yeah, it's definitely glitched in this particular area. I've not seen another area that's like this. It's the only area on the south server that seems to have this issue. What are you? That's a spider. That's an old pig. Oh, apparently the spider just took some damage. Oh, there's two of them. Yeah, he's hurt. Old pig, healthy. So I don't understand what this particular area has to do with these creatures. But I mean, look, we're way out here, and there's look at all this. So it's definitely geeked out a bit. But if we go, okay, we're gonna go right on top of this horse. Okay, here's the tile right here. If I go down here to specials and set data, it says that that surface height is negative 418. There's no reason that that horse should be even in this area. I only raised the water level 21. So this should be far beyond where this horse should be in the first place, even with the water level where it was. But it's not just the horse. There's another horse, cows, more horses. I mean, look at this nonsense. There's a bull, ram. There's a bull. Let's see. That's negative 355. That bull should not be here. It's, I don't know. Maybe the server itself will end up settling itself down. I have no idea. But that's the south server. It's a horse Biddy doesn't want, too temperamental. Oh, I'm sure you'd be able to tame it, Biddy. Come on, I have faith in you. So this map is a bit more um, of plains and lower hills, that sort of thing. It doesn't. It's nowhere near as cliffy, if that's even a word. If it's not, we'll make it a word. Um, so the edges, most of the edges, not all of them, but most of the edges. So we'll go over here so you guys can see. So if we're sailing in, we still got more creatures out there. Doggone it. So like you can sail into this little lagoon right here, and that's pretty easy climbing. I mean, look at how nearly flat that land. And I haven't done anything to this land. But this would be really, really easy to terraform. Really easy. Pure white unicorn, huh? It's well defined. A bright white unicorn with a slender, twisted horn. Wow, she's pretty, Biddy. But I mean, look at. I don't have all my rendering up, but look at how shallow a lot of this is. And this is. That's peat. And sure, there's a few scorpions around or whatnot. What are you? Oh, you're a troll. Some gators. Horses. There's another hell horse. But you got a whole lot of room here. That's all. It should be. That's step. But you can still dig into step. I mean, now it's dirt. That whole area is dirt from one dig. So it'd be real easy to terraform. It's an old pig. And the mountains aren't too terribly far away. Ooh. He's not a black one. He's a brown one. Its color is envious. Wow. Yeah, the mountains aren't too far away, and there are areas. I mean, look at that. That's a pretty easy run to get down to the water, and you're right here next to the mountain. But there's other areas. If you look at the map, that are the mountains are a lot closer. There's plenty of trees, plenty of open ground. Um, I mean, look right there. That's a really close area. There's little small patches of tar everywhere. There's clay all over the place. There's sand. There's peat. There's a chunk of peat, clay, sand all together right there. There's probably a tar pit somewhere nearby. Um, the biggest difference, actually, I guarantee you, there's a tar pit because this is. I inadvertently ended up over by the deed that I'm working on. We're not going to show that to you in detail right now, but I've already put in um, a gravel road coming down this way. There's tar right there. There's clay. There's a mine entrance up here, and my tent and all that stuff is up here. There's sand over here. Okay, there's the mine entrance, but it's not super far. And then, of course, the Outpost 13 boat that I borrowed. This is capital investment, is what I named that deed. And the deed itself only covers about this here. It's small, but I didn't figure I really needed too much right now. But yeah, that's what are you? What are you? I think you're a shark. Yep. And there's a shark on land. Weird. So there's a shark. Yeah, I think something glitched with the server because they're not supposed to be swimming on land. Biddy, why are the sharks swimming on land? Look at that. He goes under. Yeah, I don't get it. And it says that I can dredge. I thought it gave me the option to drink. Nope. Okay. So, last but not least, one of the two mods that I can remember anyway, that have been implemented on this on the South server that'll be going onto the North server. The long-awaited spell mod. I've been working over the last few weeks trying to get in the religion stuff. Spell mod allows for me to remove the priest restrictions. So, if your deity says you can't dig, that's against your religion to dig or to mine or to cut down trees, whatever. Honestly, I think that's kind of a dumb restriction. I think they should have done a better job at um, if they were going to make restrictions on priests, they should have done a better job at implementing them and deciding what they should be. Um, Removing basic necessity skills to be a priest, I don't know. I just don't agree with it. So I'm going to implement that one is actually going right now on the South server. On the North server, it will be put in so that anyone that takes up religion will not have to worry about um, the restrictions. Um, it also allows me to um, it, in the settings. I have the ability to change a few different things, not everything. One of the things I have decided to change. Any priest can cast any spell provided it is a light spell and they're a light priest, or a dark spell and they're a dark priest. Mind you, there's only one dark deity. So basically, if you're under Labilla, you're going to be able to cast any Libilla spell anyway, um, provided you have enough faith. Which brings me to point number two. Um, Normally, you're restricted to only being able to pray once every 20 minutes, up to, I think it's 5 times a day. Um, but I'm removing that restriction. It's still going to be once every 20 minutes for faith, but you're no longer going to be restricted to 5 times a day. And I'm actually probably going to change that to once every 10 minutes. So um, let me work on it a little bit more and make sure everything's working right. I'm kind of worried about this nonsense here, and all the creatures out in the water and whatnot. But again, it may just be a weird bug. What in the world is that? Um, I think that's another shark. Yep, it's another shark. So something else to worry about while you're on the south server is the land sharks. Anyway, um, the second mod is the treasure hunter or treasure hunting mob. So you will be able to dig up um, treasure maps. You can buy and sell treasure maps. You can actually, let me see if I can pull that up really quickly here. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. So this allows for um, so you use your compass with the map to be able to pinpoint the direction you're going, yada yada. Um, the treasures cannot be in water, cannot be on lava, cannot be in a steep area, um, must not be in a holy zone, must not be in a village or in the village perimeter. And all of it applies to a 3x3 area centered on the target location. So if it is, let me switch back over here, um, it can't put a buried treasure here because it's within a 3x3 of the treasure or of water. It could, however, put it, say, here, because in any the way a 3x3 is set up, that is your 3x3. So if this is the center location, you'd have to make sure that none of, see, it couldn't go there. It could possibly go here because that one's actually in water too. So it wouldn't be able to be that close. It would have to be up another one. Um, let's see. You need lockpicks. You need lockpick skill. You can get them by digging, fishing, mining, surface mining, hunting. Um, Nothing with a um, slope greater than 72. And I mean, there's all kinds of different stuffs that you can find in the treasure chest. Not just coins, but other actual treasures and stuff as well. Rare items, um, sleeping powders, different tools, um, resources, unique items, all kinds of stuff. Um, so that is. Let me pull this back up here. Those are two of them. Let me see if I've got anything else going on right now, and then we'll call it. Let's see. Yep, that's the correct server. Let me go into the mods folder and see exactly what I've got going on. So for those of you that are wondering, the current mods that are on the South server that'll be on the North server. Announcer that tells when people are coming in and out. BDO server mod tools. It's required for a couple of other mods. Bounty mod, Christmas mod, um, creature age mod, um, crop mod, dig to ground. I'm working on getting the Discord relay going, but it's not actually working correctly. Dust combat should be in. Yeah, it should be in. So that'll be going to North server. Fireburn time, fishmonger, harvest helper, hitching post, which allows you to actually make hitching posts in your, craft the hitching posts to be able to hitch your horses and stuff. HTTP server, which is required for a couple of mods. Inbreed warning. So if you're dealing with animal husbandry and you don't want to um, have weird side effects on your bred um, creatures, there's an inbreed warning saying, hey, yeah, you can't breed this particular one to that one because they're too close in relation or whatever. Increase merchant items. That's specifically for the merchant bazaars and stuff. The personal merchant contracts. It makes it so that they can actually carry a bunch more stuff, and you're not as limited to what you are as far in comparison to vanilla. Lootables is specifically it's a loot table that goes with the bounty mod. Um, Script runner, again, something that is required by certain other mods. Server fixes, same thing. The server map I have not gotten to work yet, but that's coming as well. That means that when I get that working, when you hit the M button for map, it should show a map of the actual server that you're on, not this nonsense. But it's not currently working, so we're going to get there. Um, the server packs and Skin Dusk Library are both required for other mods. Set height is what I use to actually drop um, on. I haven't had to use it here, but actually, I did use it to create the island that Kodiak's on. But basically, it is what the mod that was required to help work on the North server to get the shallow waters down a little bit, and I'm still working on that. I haven't given up on that yet. Um, Spell mod. Let me bring this back up real quick. Come on. Okay, spell mod. Um, yeah, remove restrictions. Limit spells to at most that much favor. I'm not turning that on. It basically says that you need a certain amount of favor at most for everything, and it actually kind of interferes with the way that the spells are done. So we're going to leave that alone. Allow all spells as true. Allow light spells as true. This allows a priest to cast spells from the same light, i.e., faux priest can cast Vin or Mag spells, but not Lib spells. Like I said, Libilla is the only dark deity anyway, so if you're under Lib, then you're not going to gain anything. If you're under one of the other three deities, you will. Um, there are no restrictions on the number of faith gains per day. This is being set to true. There's no delay between faith gains. Oh, apparently I can't set it to 10. Um, the it's either a true or false. Um, and this is false is prayers only yield faith if they are at least 20 minutes apart, and true is there is no delay between faith gains. I don't want to just have somebody spamming um, the prayers just to be able to max out their faith in 20 minutes or whatever. So we're going to leave this one turned on. That means that you can pray as many times as you want, but it's got to be at least 20 minutes apart in order to gain faith. So, sorry guys, I just don't want people running amok with and using an exploit. So we do have to put some restrictions on things. Um, so as far as I mean, I'm giving you quite a bit by allowing um, any priest basically to cast any spell, and taking away the max 5 gains per day. So be thankful for that. Um, but I'm not going to take away the 20-minute timer. So just so you know, you are still going to have to deal with a little bit. I apologize, but again, I mean, I can't just give everything, you know. Otherwise, what's the point in even having the server, right? Okay, so what else do we have here? Um, and then, of course, the starter gear. The timer fix, that is a mod that actually fixes um, the action timer. There's a few things, like, for instance, bashing, um, that by changing the action timer from default to whatever you want, and ours, the ones for Seattle Sanctuary are set to three times the speed. Certain things like bashing don't take that into account. So there's still a very slow action. Or some things are, you know, just so slow that um, when you adjust the action timer, um, you should notice something with a difference with them, and you don't. This actually fixes that. It attempts it does not actually do it, but it attempts to fix the action timer um, with combat as well. That is part of the reason why we have Dust Combat in here now as well. Dust Combat actually does fix the timer along with the skill gains and a few other things. It changes the combat sequence altogether, or not sequence. I'm sorry. It changes the dynamics of combat for a much more realistic setup and not so linear. Um, and then treasure hunting. We just kind of went over that one a little bit. And I'm working on getting Wyvern mods in. That is the massive, massive, massive 13 plus 100 page uh, script that I'm working on getting going. For whatever reason, right now, it is wanting to crash the server every time I load it. So I got to figure out what is causing it to crash so that I can get that fixed so that we can start using it. There are ton, a ton of things in Wyvern mods that would be very, very, very beneficial. There are some other things in there that I'm not going to use. When that actually does start working, I'll let you know what we're using, what we're not. But for now, we're not using it until I can get it fixed. So don't think that we've got Wyvern going, because we don't. That means that I have to turn on the Wyvern anti cheats again until I get that fixed. Wyvern anti cheats allows you to use um, client side mods like live map and whatnot, uh, but in a limited capacity. So um, eventually that'll be taken care of as well. But for now, that's what we got. There are a lot of other mods that I'm looking at getting into, but I'm not there yet, so we're not going to worry about those just at the moment. Um, yeah, Biddy says beautiful map except for the creatures. Yeah, well, if we didn't already have a ton of people playing on the other map, I would not be opposed to changing the map to something more along these lines. But oh, but that is not the case. Um, and we would have to have the entire user population agree to a full wipe and restart, and I don't think we're going to get that. So we're kind of stuck with the map that we got, and I'm okay with that. Um, sometime down the road we may decide to change things up or what have you, but for now that's kind of what we've got. So, but we are at almost 2 hours on this one, guys. So I think, and it's 8:30 for me. So I think I am going to, yeah, I'm not, I really don't like these sharks. I'm going to shut down the south server and hope that this issue fixes itself. And then tomorrow there will not, most likely will not be a video at all. The wife has an appointment that we have to get to fairly early. Um, so and then there's setting up the church and all that stuff. So there probably won't be a video tomorrow. There most likely won't be a video on uh, Saturday. If there is, it'll be really late, and more than likely I'm just going to jump on and play and not actually record. And then Sunday we're going to deal with some maintenance issues and whatnot. So um, for those of you that are paying attention to these videos or whatever, Sunday, I will be working on the South server and implementing what I need to that actually does work onto the North server. I'll probably be doing that fairly early in the morning, so more than likely about 8 o'clock ish in the morning, I will be shutting down the North server, hopefully for only about 15-20 minutes, and then it'll be back up. So I will make an announcement before I shut it down. So that nobody gets caught off guard. Because I know there are some people like Libra that are probably in bed right now and aren't watching this video. Um, so I will make an announcement before I shut down the North server so that I can make sure that everyone's in a safe spot, so I can implement the changes and then I can fire it back up and continue to work on the South server. There's still a lot of things on the North server I got to do, but um, you know, there's still a ton of stuff that has to happen, and I'm trying to balance fixing the mods, adding mods, getting stuff, terraforming and all that stuff, and getting all the other stuff in that needs to be in, fixing potential issues like Mr. Shark here. That yeah, I don't understand him, so we're just gonna poof, you're gone. Um, and I may have to do that just to help clean things up a little bit. So let's go. These guys should really not be in this close. Destroy him. Destroy him. Destroy him. That's really, really odd to me. You're in way too close. Just, destroy you. So I don't know. I've got a bunch of stuff to fix, but the goal right now is to have enough stuff fixed on the South server that I can actually open it by Sunday evening, and then it'll stay running all week, and we'll use it as a test spot. Um, so um, at that point, um, send me a message starting Sunday night or Monday, whatever. If you want to bring a an alt character down to the South server and don't really have a way of doing it, or um, you don't want to have to level a character up to bring them over, so they have enough skill in um, sailing or whatever. Um, Look at the map, see what kind of what area you think you might be interested in or whatnot, and let me know, and I will grab one. I will take Alpha, and I will take one of my um, larger vessels that can carry several passengers if need be. If I don't need a larger vessel, then I'll just take a smaller vessel. Um, but it doesn't matter. Um, I will get it set up so that I can just transport people straight down here um, to whatever area they think they might be interested in to save the hassle of um, basically I'll teleport or I'll sail you to Kodiak so you can check out Kodiak or whatnot. I will go to the location that you're interested in via teleport. So let me know what coordinates or roughly what coordinates you're looking at on the map. Or if you don't know, that's fine. I can just drop you in Kodiak and you can kind of explore a little bit. Um, but then nobody has to worry about, oh, well, I'd like to go down there, but I don't have enough skill, or I don't know anybody that's, able to take me, or there's no one that's online that can take me right now. What doesn't matter. You let me know, and I'll make sure it happens. Let Biddy know, and Biddy can probably make sure that it happens. She has access to all of Alpha's ships that are up at Freeport, so she could actually sail somebody down if she has to. But we'll figure it out. Um, this is all brand new to a lot of us. The server has only been going since I believe it was mid-October, is what Morph said earlier. So this is all still very new. We've got a lot of bugs to fix. We've got a lot of tweaks to do. We're still adding new stuff pretty regularly. So it's not like it's gonna end anytime soon. We've got a lot of things that are in the works. But if you want to check out the South server, even if you have no intention on staying in the South server, if you just want to create an alt and be able to come down here and check things out, or you want to bring your main down here, that's fine. Um, Let me know. We'll figure out how to get you here so that you can check things out and be able to experience all that the server has to offer. Um, but that is going to be it for me for tonight. Let me switch my screens over here. Uh, where are we at? That's not it. There we go. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for tonight. It's getting pretty late, so hope you guys enjoyed. Hope it was um, fulfilling as far as information goes. I know it wasn't an Iron Man video, but I'm trying to kind of mix things up a little bit and keep everybody informed of um, you know pretty much everything that's going on along with the Iron Man saga. Um, if I do a video tomorrow, it will be an Iron Man saga. I will not be doing another update probably until Sunday as far as server news type stuff goes. Um, but we're going to keep pushing on, and we're going to keep the community going. Don't forget, down in the description there is information. Um, Let me see. I gotta switch my windows again. I've got too many open. Okay, so we have um, yeah, I will be posting the South server map down in the description below. There's a link for Seattle Sanctuary server contributions for Ping Perfect. So if you want to dump $1, $5, $15, whatever. Right now it's running, I think, roughly 25 per server per month, which I'm willing to pay for. Um, but if you want to contribute towards that, there's a link for that, and it goes directly towards the payment of the servers to keep them online. Um, wow, that is like seriously behind the times. Okay, then there is the link to the Discord server, so you can jump in and chat with us, as well as a link to Old Biddy Gaming. She does videos. I mean, I know she's watching right now, but Old Biddy Gaming does a lot of different videos, not just Worm Unlimited, but a few other games as well. Very, very, very cool videos. I try to watch as many of them as I can. I definitely watch all the Worm Unlimited videos, but I'm trying to get caught up on the other games that she's been playing as well. And she's got The Infected that I've been meaning to get caught back up on, because I was really enjoying that series. She's got a couple other games that she just started recently. I'm not going to blow the secret, so you need to go to her channel and check out what other games she's doing. Um, she didn't tell me right off the bat until she started streaming them, and I had to find out for myself that way as well. So, to be fair, go to her channel. She does do The Infected, she does Worm Unlimited, and she does other games. So, go look at what other games she's got, because I'm not going to tell you. Um, Beyond that, I appreciate everybody watching. Um, it's been fun, but it's been a long one, so I'm going to call it quits, and we're going to find my streaming software here. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to call it a night. Um, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, tips, tricks, um, just general uh, jibber jabber, leave it in the comments below. If you go over to Old Biddy Gaming's channel and watch a video, leave a comment for her as well. She loves to hear from everybody. Let her know that I sent you, and we will see you in the next one.